Well, NASCAR racing is huge all over the country, and today we're going to visit my friend Jack Ironman Ingram. Jack, a 5-time Grand National champion, was voted one of the 50 greatest drivers in NASCAR history. He's also a member of the International Motorsports Hall of Fame. We're going to do a little old school racing, and we're going to go to Greenville Pickens Raceway, where Jack will share some of his wealth of knowledge with a rookie driver. Well, your name is Jack Ironman Ingram. Now tell me how you got the name Ironman.
Actually, they started calling me Arm and Hammer Man. Arm and Hammer Man, like on baking soda box. But probably somebody had heard this Arm and Hammer and
misunderstood it. We're here in Asheville, North Carolina, in Jack Ingram's race shop. He's going to show us what he's going to need to do to fix this race car to get it back on the track. He had a little bit of problem with the wall last week at Greenville Pickens. Jack, let's see, here's your old race car over here. You got it all tore down. What happened?
I had a terrible accident at Greenville Pickens Speedway, and I wound up in the wall, and
I see the front end sort of bent up a little bit up
well,
there.
I hit with the right rear corner, and the right front hit, and it spun all the way around on the racetrack, and even scraped the nose off of it on the wall. The huge damage on the front is right here. It pushed this frame over against the headers, and that's not repairable. About the time it hit, I knowed I was finished. Because it hit hard.
Finished for the night.
Yeah, it hit hard. This right here is a headrest, and it's bent it out about 45 degrees. This helmet has a strap on it that you put under your arm like that when you put it on your head. And I've never hit hard enough to bend that with one of these straps on. This thing hit so hard that it pushed this side rest over probably 6 inches. This seat is not disrupted, but it's bent over. The whole thing is bent completely over. For short track racing, this is about as safe as you can have. This car has had this same thing done to it several times. This car was built and started racing in '96. We just rebuild them and get ready to go again. This wreck is something that you live with in oval track racing. Fortunately, through my career, I probably didn't have as many bad crashes as a lot of my people I raced against, but I've been extremely lucky. And I always built my own cars.
Well, how long do you think it will take for you to actually get this car back ready to go to the racetrack?
Well, if we concentrated on it, probably 2 weeks.
Driving one of these race cars, and it doesn't matter whether it's a round track car or a drag car or whatever, there's a whole lot more concentration and a whole lot more to it than just sitting in that seat.
Huge.
It's real easy to set up in the stands. It's real easy to sit in the trailer. It's real easy to stand on top of the trailer and drive a perfect race. We're going to talk a little bit about Old School Racing, which is a series that Jack raced in about a month ago at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Jack, we were down there in the pits with you, and you had a little bit of trouble with the car that night, I believe.
We ran with what they call a third division car. They had an old Monte Carlo, and they had it wrecked several times, I guess, and the back end was pushed down a little bit too low, and of course the spoiler wasn't up in there, and we tried to raise it up in the back some, and it wound up being fairly good, but it was vibrating, and I thought maybe I'd hate for a drive shaft to come out of this thing and hurt someone. That's pretty dangerous.
Well, I know those guys there that were with that car that you were driving. They really worked and thrashed on that car. They changed springs, and those guys were really, really accommodating and very nice. And I know from hanging around you and them in the pits there at Nashville that they were absorbing everything that you were saying about how to set up a race car and what this particular car you felt needed.
Them boys worked hard, and I appreciate them doing that. And they done whatever I told them to do, and they made it some better, but they wound up with this vibration. It seemed to get worse, and I just pulled it off about halfway through the race.
At Greenville Pickens, which we're going tonight, there'll be probably 25 late model cars there.
At least 25.
A couple of these cars you had a hand in building, right?
Yes, matter of fact, 2 of them, maybe some more, but I know there's 2 there that I pretty much built the whole thing. Roll the half a wheel forward.
I guess you can go there and see how good they're doing, or what they're doing wrong, or what they're doing right, or whatever.
Exactly. Well, they ask me all the time, and that was part of the deal, me building the car, I'd help them. Turn it to the right. That's good. Ho, ho. Turn it some more. Ho. Turn it loose. Now turn it to the left just a little. Can't move it much here. You have to tow it out over there.
Or 3, maybe 3.5.
Probably 3.5 or 4. That'd be all right. That ain't the way it was. If that wheel's dead ahead and this is towed in. But if you had some slugs, you might can move it a little bit.
Go get them bag of slugs.
No, we're not gonna do that now. We're gonna change this tire also. Might ought to put some air in that tire if you got any. We put some plugs in the left side of it and adjusted the valves. It knocked this header in against the plug.
Yeah.
But they don't know where that plug's at.
That looks cracked to me right there.
It is cracked. Jake, you're not allowed to work on this car. You put too much on it. Have you got another plug? I can't get the anti-seize off of the electrode part of it.
That's the one that come out now. You think we're gonna be able to get this skip out of it?
I don't know, Ken. We'll work on it, that's all I can do. Start the motor up. Timing's a little low.
You think it's broke on this side?
Sound like it. Yeah, that right there is about a 1/1000.
That's definitely better.
I mean, you really think it's fit?
I don't know, Ken.
Let me borrow your tape. Ours broke a while ago. How'd you keep that one little tape for 10 years without it breaking?
Because I take care of my stuff. And y'all run around like a bull in the china shop. You ain't got an air gauge, you don't have a tape measure. How do you gonna race? Me and y'all people dumb as a box of rocks. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. I get kind of aggravated at them, and but they're pretty tough skin.
Yeah, I bet they are. They have to be.
What you have to do is get in the throttle up where it ain't spinning sideways and stay there. And the further around that turn you get, you start getting it wide open. Maybe some of these guys qualify that way. What if I ain't down here? What are you gonna do?